Next reader is Godwin H. Barton. First Nations is originally from Kincolith, a community in northwestern British Columbia. He lives in Vancouver and works in the area of education. A writer of poetry and prose, Godwin has published an inspirational story in the much-acclaimed Chicken Soup for the Soul series. His story, Touched by a Higher Power, was included in the edition Chicken Soup for the Recovering Soul, and as a result of this publication, he was also featured in Chicken Soup for the Recovering Soul Daily Inspirations. His poem, An Eagle Powerfully in Flight, was published in the anthology Island Skies, Canada Poems, such as Today I Caught Diamonds and Inside of Me, are inspirational lines that for Godwin balance the craft of writing with the inner emotions and feelings. Godwin has also had the honor of delivering the opening blessing by the way of poetry at the World Poetry Gala events, hosted by the Vancouver Public Library. Godwin, in his love for poetry and the messages which he shares, was the recipient of an Empowered Poet Award in 2013. As well as being a passionate and devoted poet, he has also been referred to as a master storyteller. Godwin, through reading and speaking, he is a musician with several popular recorded songs. I'd like to introduce Godwin. Thank you.
Well, 10 minutes, right? I'm right on the mark. I already debated about whether or not, about coming here. I've been struggling a lot internally. I've been wrestling spiritually. I'm a born-again, spirit-filled Christian. God and I are God's Lord of my life, but we still have these fights where when I seem to pray for things for too long a period of time and the answer doesn't manifest, it becomes frustrating. And sometimes you pray for these things for a few weeks, a few months, and a few years, and nothing seems to manifest or happen. It gets troubling sometimes. And then I got to thinking, I'm a role model within the First Nations community. I am an educator. I'm a teacher, and I have all of these little kids to high school kids that look up to me. And then I thought, what happens to the rest of us that when those of us who are supposed to be the strongest become weak? And I thought there's a poem in there somewhere. So this is what I wrote about that relationship, me and God, shaped beautifully by the pain. If loving you means walking a path laden with terror, torture, and pain, then give me the courage to walk this path and let my heart be broken again. If loving you means sitting alone when my heart cries for someone to hold, then let me have many more lonely nights and may sorrow be my story told. If loving you means an agonizing cry, unending and from deep within, then may my tears flow like a river through the night and in the morning begin. If loving you means such sacrifice, beauty found through blood that falls as rain, then courageously I'll take a stand, shapen beautifully by the pain.